Let's face it, version 2.4 is the anniversary update, and I don't think anybody could really, like, say against it, right? Because 2.3, not to say that it was bad, I think 2.3 was good, but just 2.4 is going to be that much better. And today we're going to go over exactly why. Of course, before we get into that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. Hit that notification bell to be notified when the next video comes out on this channel. And of course, leave a comment about what you think about 2.4. And then, of course, don't forget to check out GamerSupps. Use code Tystra for 10% off of your purchase. That's right. Code Tystra. Right here. Right here. Let me get... Yeah, look at that. It's right there in your face. But yes, use code Tystra for 10% off of your order. Now, I have one more thing I do want to talk about. I do want to apologize because it feels like I've been a little bit lazy as of late because I haven't been putting out a lot of shorts, especially with all the stuff that came out with Wuthering Waves. I've been kind of in a little slump, if you might say, to be honest. I don't know what else to call it, but I will be doing better. I do apologize again for anybody that does like condensed for little, shorts. But yeah, just my apologies on that, and we'll get back to it. I promise you. Now, of course, 2.4 was an excellent live stream, and I don't think anybody could truly argue that. So today we're going to be using Pridewin to talk about the notes of what occurred during the 2.4 special live stream. So let's go ahead and dive in. Also, there are the codes. By the time this video releases, the codes will already be expired, so my apologies. But let's go ahead and dive into the new resonators and how I feel about them. Of course, we have Cardathea, the new 5-star sword arrow user, and my god, did they cook with this character. And I gotta tell you, really, they did cook with Cardathea's animations, as you could see here. I think that this is probably the best animated character out there. And a lot of people are comparing Cardathea's animations to another gacha character that's about to come out that's pretty freaking hype, at least for that side of the spectrum. I'm not gonna say it, but it has to do with a specific game I'm affiliated with. But yeah, I think that Cardathea's animations are insanely good, as you could tell here. By the way, shout out to DX001, very small channel that actually posted all of the animations for this character. Now, again, she looks fantastic. All these animations just look so damn good. So I've already got to tell you, she is a must summon in my book, and it looks like she's going to be strong as hell. Now, of course, also the second resonator that was announced is Lupa, who is a pyro unit, or sorry, not pyro, sorry. Talking about other games again. Fusion unit and a broad blade, which I am super stoked for because, a hot mommy, a hot woman rocking a giant freaking sword. Can't get any better than that. And of course, her animations are really good as well. Definitely not on the same playing field, in my opinion, as Cardathea. It's not a bad thing, but she definitely has some really good animations. And the fact that she has like the little tail and ears thing, plus, again, she just looks so freaking cool and hot and all this other stuff. She's a gladiator, basically. I'm waiting for her ultimate to come up here. But yeah, she is absolutely stunning in my opinion. And oh my god, there it is. Automatically hype about this character, I'll tell you that right now. Outside of the new characters, we do have the brand new weapons as well, both the Defier's Thorn and the Wildfire Mark, my apologies. Both of these, retrospectively are for Cardathea and Lupa, so that makes a lot of sense. We do actually have the banner details as well, with Cardathea having Aalto, Baiji, and Yuhu, Rexland's favorite character. And then for Lupa's banner, we have Sanhua, Taoki, and Chisha, which I feel like Chisha is in like every single patch as part of the banner. Am I the crazy one in this? I do think that we need more 4-stars, but at the same time, I don't feel like we need Chisha in every single update. One of my favorite parts of the live stream was the announcement, even though we already knew this, of the new outfits coming to wuwa, being Changli and Carlotta. And of course, I've seen a little bit of footage of these, swimsuit skins. And Carlotta's is absolutely the best one. I love Changli, right? Changli is freaking hot, right? But Carlotta's... I'm just saying, that swimsuit makes me a happy boy. I'm just saying, both of them are hot regardless, but I think Carlotta won this one by a mile. Let me know in the comments down below which one you like the most. We obviously got details on the new main quests for both Cardathea and Lupa. We have Chapter 2, Act 5, Shadow of Glory, and then Chapter 2, Act 6, Flames of Heart, which are going to play retrospectively, from my understanding, in each part of the actual patch. So phase 1 will be Act 5, phase 2 will be Act 6. I could be wrong. They could release both of them at the same time, which is absolutely fine by me. I'm definitely not complaining about that because I would love to play through the story. This part of the story looks absolutely insane. And then we got to look at the new region as well, Septimount, which I won't lie, the region looks absolutely sick. And we got to see these new echoes. So we got the Lioness of Glory, the Nightmare Kelpie, which Nightmare, I'm going to be 100%, I'm going to keep it a $1.50. Nightmare Kelpie is literally just Tempest Memphis, but water. It's really just it. I don't know why we don't have a water element, but yeah, it's just Tempest Memphis with water. And then Lioness of Glory, I think is I could be wrong, but it seems like a weekly boss. I could be absolutely wrong, but I think that might be what is going on here. But yeah, we also have the Karasaur, the Pilgrim Shell, the Devotee's Flesh, Spectro Drakes, Fusion Drake, and Havoc Drake. So the Drakes are now in every single element there is in the game. We do also have 2 new Phantom Echoes as well, with Phantom Cuddle Wuddle and Phantom Fey Ignis. I think Cuddle Wuddle you get from a certain event, and then Fey Ignis you get from the new Tactical Hologram, which we'll be talking about here in a little bit. But speaking of events, we are getting free a free 10 pull is what I'm trying to say. A free 10 pull when you log in. It's not going to be over the course of a set amount of days. You get the free 10 pull right away, it seems like, which is good because my Cardathea funds are not looking so bright, right? I'm looking very, very poor in Wuthering Waves right now. The one thing I did not like, and this is just personally for me, right? We do have another arrow set. Now, the arrow set is really good. The problem is that this is the 3rd arrow set to come out for Wuthering Waves, and I feel like this one is just insanely good. Arrow damage plus 10% on the 2-piece for Windward Pilgrimage, and then for the 5-piece, hitting a target with arrow erosion increases crit rate by 10% and grants 30% arrow damage bonus lasting for 10 seconds. So automatically this is going to Cardathea, but I am kind of bummed because it's another arrow set, and I really hope they don't get into the habit of releasing a new Sonata set every time a new character comes out, because that's what HSR did, and that's what kind of turned me away from HSR, so I'm really hoping they don't follow that route. We're also getting a new fusion damage set called Flaming Claw Print, which the 2-piece is fusion damage plus 10%. 5-piece set is going to be Casting Resonance Liberation, increases fusion damage of resonators in the team by 15%, and the caster's Resonance Liberation damage by 20%, lasting for 35 seconds. So Lupa's getting a really good set on top of her as well. Both of these sets are good. I just really hope that it's not going to be new Sonata set every single time a new character releases. Echo Aspects, aka gliders, we're getting some new ones. We got the Dawn Upon Thorns for gliding and flight, so you can see the distinct differences between the two. And then, of course, we're getting another new flight one called the Moment of Triumph, right? Which is through a special event. We're getting a new permanent challenge as well called Banners Never Fall, which is basically like just going through fighting enemies, getting yourself some new stuff. And then, of course, we got the Tactical Hologram Challenge for Kelpie, a.k.a. Water Tempest Memphis, or Tempest Waterist, you know? So, yeah, lots of good stuff in regards to the actual events and what's to come for Wuthering Waves. Oh, but that's not all. We got optimizations in in-game guide depot. Visit the in-game guide depot for information on how to build your resonators and set up optimum team comps, which is great because, again, I think games should have team comps based on how many people are using what sets. It's good for casual players, right? Now, obviously, if you're a, veteran player or you're striving to make the best sets or best builds, you're looking around to your fellow creators or fellow players that are really, really strong and trying to build off of them, right? But this is good for the casual base. I like that they're adding this finally. We got a focus mode for main quest. We got a global filter, which basically, if you prefer the global filter page and adjust the intensity of the filter, using the global filter feature allows you to adjust in-game visuals. Please note that cutscenes and UI elements will not be affected by the filter. And then we got main quest fast tracking as well. And then we got a bunch of new events. We got 3 exploration events, which is happening. The Ever Glorious Summit, the Septimate Travel Atlas, and the Uncovering Past Heroes. We got Gifts of Applause, which is a 7-day login event as well happening. So on top of the 10, we're getting that. All Out towards Peaks of Prestige, which is a Neko combat event. It's basically, it's like League of, or not League of Legends, I wouldn't say that. It's weird. It's like you pick your echo, or you pick your set of echoes and they go out and fight, which is cool. Lalo campaign, so another Lalo, which is great. And then Babylon Tower, aka Virtual Crisis, is coming back with a brand new title as well that you're going to want to really strive for, it looks like. And that is not all, because they gave us strip marketing for 6 new characters. For Lova, basically finally coming out and being told, hey, you're going to be able to summon for her soon, which is cool. We got Chisa. This is Chisa right here. Chisa looks really sick. I know a lot of people were thirsting after her. My God. And then we got Kuei Yun, which is a wandering swordsman. He looks freaking sick. I know that the male wanderers are there. My personal favorite, Galbrina, Devil Ever Bathed in Purifying Flames. She is hot, right? She is absolutely hot. And then we got Iuno, which is, you know, she's cute as well. I like her design overall. I'm going to be summoning for her. And then, of course, a lot of people were comparing this character to Genshin Impact's Malvika. But to me, it's what Malvika should have looked like. I think that this character looks absolutely insanely cool. So, I don't know. I get the comparison, but people need to understand, like, games have similar models and similar designs. It's not exclusivity, right? Or at least that's just my opinion. Like people could say, like, oh, this looks kind of like Mona, you know, or this person looks kind of like a silver-haired chick in Counterside. You know, you could say a whole bunch of shit, but at the end of the day, like, these characters are their own characters, and we don't know what they're going to entirely do with them when the time comes that these characters are released. So overall, my main point is this. I think 2.4 is the anniversary patch that everybody was asking for. It's insane. Like, it's so fucking good. Like, and I don't like always cussing, right? But I just got to tell you guys, like, this is probably going to be one of the best patches out there. I don't know why everyone is talking shit about it, right? I just think it's absolutely amazing. Or I don't even think a lot of people are talking shit about it. I think it's just mainly, you know, the Hoyotards talking about it and saying, like, oh, this is like the patch of, like, bullshit, I guess. They're wanting to say copying, but at the end of the day, Wuthering Waves 2.4 looks absolutely stunning, and I don't think anyone can say otherwise. I don't think anybody can say otherwise. It's just, it is what it is, right? So let me know in the comments down below if you are excited for 2.4 of Wuthering Waves. And that's going to be it for me today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful good stuff. Yeah, guys, I'm very excited for 2.4, and I hope you are as well. But yes, that's going to be it. Love you guys to death. And as always, we will catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.